The story of Prophet Musa and Harun Alaihimassalam. In ancient times, the land of Egypt was ruled by an unjust and cruel king known as Pharaoh. He enslaved his people and oppressed them, acted arbitrarily on earth, and divided the population by oppressing a group of them and employing them with forced labor. Verily, Pharaoh was among those who did mischief. These oppressed are the children of Israel, a people whose lineage reaches the prophet Israel or Yaqub alaihissalam. The children of Israel occupied the land of Egypt when the prophet Yusuf alaihissalam served as his minister. One time Pharaoh had a dream that there was a fire that came from Baitul Maqdis and then burned the land of Egypt apart from the houses of the children of Israel. When he woke up, Pharaoh was immediately shocked. Then he gathered fortune tellers and magicians to ask for interpretations of his dream. Then they told him that a child would be born from among the children of Israel who would be the cause of the destruction of the Egyptian population. So Pharaoh was afraid of the dream. He also ordered to slaughter the sons of the children of Israel for fear of the person's birth. Days passed, months and years changed so that the native Egyptians saw that the number of the children of Israel was decreasing because of the killing of young boys. They were worried that if the adults died, while their children were killed, there would no longer be anyone to take care of the land. So they went to Pharaoh and told him the problem. Then Pharaoh thought again. Then he also ordered to kill men in general and leave them in general. Harun was born in a year when the children were not killed, while Musa was born in the year the killing took place. So his mother was afraid that her child would be killed, so she chose to put her child in a place far from the eyes of Pharaoh's soldiers who were always waiting for the children of Israel to kill him. Then Allah inspired him to suckle him and put him in a chest. Then the chest was placed into the river when Pharaoh's army came. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "And we inspired Musa's mother, breastfeed him, and if you worry about him then throw him into the river, Nile. And do not worry and do not, also, grieve, for verily we will return it to you, and make it, one of, the apostles." Quran Surah Al-Kashash verse 7. So she prepared a small coffin tied with ropes and breastfed her child, and when Pharaoh's army came, she put it in the chest and put it into the Nile. When Pharaoh's soldiers left, he pulled back the chest. Until one day, Prophet Musa's mother forgot to tie the coffin with a rope, so the casket was carried away by the water and kept walking, while Musa's sister was ordered to pay attention to it and walk beside her while looking at where this coffin stopped. The coffin remained floating on the river, swaying to the right and left and moved by the waves, until then it was carried towards the Pharaoh's palace which was near the river Nile. When Musa's sister saw the coffin leading to Pharaoh's palace, she immediately told her mother to tell the matter, so that Musa's mother's heart became empty. She almost stated the real situation that Moses was her own child. At that time, Asiya, Pharaoh's wife, as usual, walked in the palace garden and also walked behind her servants. Then Asiya saw a chest on the bank of the Nile at the end of the palace. Then she ordered her servants to take it, and they did not dare to open it until they put the chest. It was in front of Asia. Then Asiya looked at the chest and saw there was a sweet baby, and Allah instilled in her heart a feeling of love for that child. Besides, Asiya was a barren woman, so he took her and embraced her and determined to protect her from killing and slaughtering her. So she brought her to her husband and said with pity, "She is a comfort to my heart and to you. Don't kill him, hopefully he will be of use to us, or we will take him as a child." Quran Surah Al-Kashash verse 9. What Asiya said was true, because Musa's existence was beneficial to her. In this world she received guidance from him, and in the hereafter she would enter heaven for this reason. When Pharaoh saw that his wife was so strong in taking care of this baby, Pharaoh agreed to his request and did not order him to be killed and adopted him as a child. The return of baby Moses to his mother. After a while, Asiya was holding baby Musa with great joy, but Prophet Musa's mother was crying sadly. Her heart was empty of world affairs other than Musa's affairs, so Asiya felt the need for this child to be breastfed. She immediately brought a wet nurse to breastfeed him and take care of him. So that a number of wet nurses came to the palace to suckle him, but the baby Moses refused all. This made the palace occupants busy thinking about it, and this news spread among people. So Musa's sister knew about it. She went to the palace and met Pharaoh's wife Asiya and told her that she knew a suitable wet nurse for this child. So Asiya was very happy and asked him to bring the wet nurse immediately before him. Musa's sister went home and met her mother, who was crying because she had lost her child. Then Musa's sister told what happened between herself and Pharaoh's wife, so that the mother of Prophet Musa calmed down and her heart was relieved. Prophet Musa's mother went with her daughter to Pharaoh's palace. When he entered the palace and met Pharaoh's wife, Prophet Musa's mother immediately offered her breasts. Baby Musa immediately suckled until he was full. Then Asiya asked Musa's mother to stay in the palace, but she refused because she had a husband and children to serve. So Asiya released Musa's baby with that mother, who was none other than the Prophet Musa's own mother. His mother brought her baby to the house where Musa was born with a heart full of happiness. Besides, he received wages from the palace, as well as maintenance and other gifts, so that the Prophet Musa lived with his mother and father and his sisters. When Musa returned to Pharaoh's palace, Musa's family educated him well, so that Prophet Musa grew up like a child of a king in government, namely as a strong, brave and well-educated person. At that time, the children of Israel became more honorable, because they were from among those who breastfed Moses. Moses in adulthood. Thus the Prophet Musa Alaihimassalam grew up as a strong and brave person. So one day, Musa was walking in the city of Memphis and he saw two people fighting, one from among the people of the children of Israel, while the other one was from the original inhabitants of Egypt, namely the Kipti people who were infidels. Then the children of Israel asked for help from Musa. Then Musa came and wanted to prevent the Egyptian from committing injustice. He hit him with his hand so that the Kipti man immediately fell to the ground and died. Musa also felt that he was in trouble, even though his intention was not to kill him but to defend people who were wronged. So Prophet Musa was sad, repented to Allah and returned to him and asked for his forgiveness. Quran Surah Al-Kashash verses 15-16. However, the news had spread widely in the city and the Egyptians were looking for the killer to punish him, but they didn't know it. The day passed, and when the Prophet Musa walked in the city, he found the children of Israel who had defended him fighting again with the Egyptians and asked for help again from the Prophet Musa Alaihimassalam. But Musa was angry at his request. He came forward to break up the fight, but the Israelites thought that Musa was going to come to him to beat him because he was angry with him. He said, "O Musa, do you intend to kill me, as you killed a human yesterday?" Hearing these words, the Egyptians also knew that the one who killed the Kipti was Prophet Musa Alaihimassalam. So Pharaoh's army began to think about the punishment that must be meted out to him. Then someone came to Prophet Musa advising him to leave Egypt. So Musa came out of him in a state of fear that someone would catch him while praying to Allah to be saved from the people. The unjust. Quran Surah Al-Kashash verses 17-21.